Hello! Thank you for joining us for the Renner Review, a sports show from InsideThunder.com dedicated to Thunder basketball with Chief Sports Writer Randy Renner. I'm Sam Murch, and on today's show we have a lot to talk about. So much has happened already in the postseason. In just a little bit, we're also going to welcome on the sneaker reporter, the very popular Travis Singleton, so stick around for that. And let's jump right into it, Randy. The season ended, we went to exit interviews, we did our first episode of this show, we talked a lot about Kevin Durant's free agency options, we were feeling kind of confident, I went on vacation, I came back, and I feel like every day my Thunder world just keeps imploding. What's happening?
Well, and it may continue to do that. Right now, the big question is, what is Russ going to do? And the Thunder need an answer from him sooner rather than later. They need a commitment from Russ one way or the other. It's like George W. Bush said back in the day. You're either with us or you're against us. And that's what the answer they need from Russ. Yes, I'm with you. I'm ready to sign an extension, put my signature on the dotted line, or I don't want to be here anymore, I'm ready to go somewhere else. Or, Russ could answer, you know what, I really don't know. I want to wait until the contract runs out, more like what Kevin Durant did.
How soon do you think we'll have an answer? Because I feel like everything that's happened has happened so quickly. We even heard from Durant sooner than we had to about what was happening, and I feel like bomb after bomb keeps getting dropped. Are we going to at least have a chance to process this Russ decision soon?
Well, I think Sam Presti certainly is hoping that he gets an answer soon, because now with what's happened with Dion Waiters, that he signed his deal with Miami, that takes his $12.8 million cap hold off of the salary cap, off the Thunder books. And with the other moves that they've made, they're well under now the salary cap. They're like $14.4 million under, so they can now move forward with the offer to Westbrook about restructuring and extending his contract. They have to be, for those who maybe aren't aware, teams that are under the salary cap with this situation like Westbrook is in right now. That's the only way they can offer a renegotiated and then extended contract. They have to be under, not only under the cap, but under it enough where they can afford the raise that Russ would be getting for this coming season, which is close to $9 million a year.
Well, before we talk too much about the future, I still want to have a chance to hear your thoughts and your reflections on the people that we've lost and the new people that we have coming in, and all of that. So when we come back, we'll welcome Travis Singleton, the sneaker reporter, on, and we'll hear what he and Randy have to say about that. Joining us today, we have the very popular, especially on social media, sneaker reporter from thesneakerreporter.com, Travis Singleton. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
So I'm sure that you've been reacting to all of the, let's call it, drama of the postseason so far. What are your thoughts? How do you feel about the people that we've lost, the people we're picking up?
Obviously it's a big blow, losing Kevin Durant. That's a huge blow to any team. But I feel like with this core, we still contending for the playoffs. Westbrook, obviously hoping that he signs the extension. If he comes back on the team and he has the extension, that he sticks around. And with him sticking around, I think that will actually help us out to at least make a push, for at least 4th or 5th seed maybe or something like that. But obviously the Thunder fans, they're kind of let down because it's like you went from title to now you got to just hope that you can contend. But I like the move of Oladipo, even though Serge, I know you, yeah. But, I just think that, bringing in Oladipo, that backcourt could be so lethal. If you look at Oladipo's game, he's like a younger version of Russ. He's still unpolished, still has a lot of potential. And I just feel like if he has the proper touches, and at the same time, if he has the proper situation. And I think Orlando wasn't really that proper situation for him. So I think if he actually can do what he's done in his career already, I think that the addition of him and then also getting Sabonis, that was huge too. So I just think that the young core that we have, the average age of the Thunder team right now is 25. So it's like a lot of people, they start to panic and stuff. And it's like we still got a lot of time with these guys, So and I'm more concerned about the guys that we're bringing back.
Okay, so you're thinking from a very practical, mathematics, statistical,
Yeah.
basketball analysis
Yeah.
standpoint, which I get that.
Yeah.
Emotionally, how do you guys feel about who we lost? We've lost multiple people. Obviously Durant is a big deal, but respond, I guess, as fans of the team first, and then as.
Well, I think Serge, it kind of made it clear, at least to Thunder management, he wasn't real happy with the way things were turning out. I think that's one of the reasons why he was traded to Orlando. He's hooked up again with Rob Hennigan, who was an assistant GM here in Oklahoma City, and Rob was one of the guys who scouted Serge heavily when he was a youngster, and playing in Europe. And so he knows Rob Hennigan really well. Rob is the GM now at Orlando. This could end up being a really good situation for Serge. And so I wish, obviously, him the best. As far as Kevin Durant is concerned, I think, me and a lot of fans, Travis, maybe you too, absolutely he had had earned the right to make whatever decision he wanted to make. But I think a lot of, certainly Thunder fans, were disappointed with how a lot of it ended up happening, especially when there was really, and from what I've been told within the organization, they really had no idea that this seriously could end up happening, that Durant had not given really any indication to anybody that he was really dissatisfied with anything, and there were a lot of hints out in the community.
Yeah.
I talked to a television anchor in Tulsa who Durant had been talking to about a second location for a KD's restaurant in Tulsa. We've seen the article that Royce Young wrote on ESPN that Durant was looking to buy a house in Nichols Hills up to a week before he ended up deciding to go to Golden State. Yeah. Those aren't things that somebody does that's thinking about leaving. And so I think a lot of fans are disappointed just kind of with the way that turned out.
No, I totally agree with you. When I first heard it, I was in, obviously I'm with family and friends and stuff, and I'm just like, okay, let's see what's going to happen, because I just saw Durant, on my notifications like crazy. So I'm like, all right, something bad happened. That's the first thing I thought about. And then when I saw it was Golden State, I was like, I just felt like, he let a lot of people down here. And it was just a stunner for me because I'm an '80s baby, so I'm on that don't join him if you can't beat him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So at the end of the day, I didn't want him to go to the team that he just lost to and they had him on the ropes, and it just hurt. It hurt me, honestly, because I know how much he means to the state.
Yeah.
And that was the thing that bothered me, because I was just like, man, coming here from Boston, I'm like, this guy really, he means something to the state and this community. And just the fact that when the fans, and I said this on Twitter, the fans how they embrace you after every game or after games, it's like, they come and meet you at the airport. You're not going to get that in a major city.
Right.
Golden State, win or lose, they're going to be like, all right, see you later.
Well, and out there they have celebrities of all kinds. So
they do.
Here,
well, right.
he was a celebrity. He was a god in Oklahoma.
Not only do you have the Golden
god.
State Warriors, you've got the Oakland A's, the San Francisco Giants, the 49ers, the Raiders, so all like that. The San Jose Sharks, so
that was the thing that bothered me, because I'm like, now he's going to a situation where, when he wants to backlash at the media, now they're gonna backlash right back. Like, hold on.
Well, I didn't even think about that.
We got something to say too now.
That thick skin is gonna have to start developing.
Exactly, and that's the thing, because it's like he can say whatever he wants to say. Oh, I hate the media, blah 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 blah, or give me my space. I don't want to talk about free agency right now. What did we do? Gave him space. Yeah. And then, but if he's in Golden State, as soon as April comes around, they're gonna be like, hey, what are you doing?
Because he's in the same situation now that he was with the Thunder. Because he signed the 1+1.
Now you got a major city. Now you got a major city on you, and they're going to be really in your face. So you can't say, "Oh, give me some time." They're going to be like, "We need to know."
And the other thing that will play into this a little bit, when Durant signed his contract with Golden State, we were all still under the assumption that the salary cap for next season would be somewhere maybe as much as $110 million.
Yep.
Well, now it's been reassessed and refigured, and it looks like it's only going, I say only, $102 million. Well, that $8 million difference is going to mean that Golden State is not going to be able to keep one of the guys they thought they were going to be able to keep.
Exactly.
And so it'll be interesting to see how that plays out.
Just to piggyback off that, I just feel like, if it's not about the money, like Kevin says, then are you willing to sacrifice? And that will play a big part in it. The thing that bothered me is he didn't say anything. He just I was owed to myself, and you got to owe it to the Oklahomans just to be able to say something back, like, or a newspaper ad or something like that.
I was really surprised. And he has said a few things in some TV interviews
of
where
course.
But a lot of times in these kinds of situations, a player will take out a full-page ad in the local paper saying, thanks for the great memories, thanks for supporting me and my family, thanks for making me feel welcome.
Yep.
A University of Texas guy in Oklahoma.
Yeah, definitely.
But none of that.
But at the same time, Oklahomans owe it to him to respect his decision for what he's done for them. This whole team, since they got built, since that 2012, 2011, 2012 season, the fan base here has seen great basketball, and that's one thing that I think Oklahoma fans should be, happy about, is the fact that they've actually saw good quality basketball. You're gonna have you're gonna get a title, but then at the end of the day, or you can get close to the title, or you know what I'm saying, and you'll have your rebuild stage, but you'll come right back. And that's how the great organizations are, and Sam Presti's amazing GM. But my question to you is, if Westbrook is getting traded, if he was to get traded, who would you feel comfortable trading him to? Out of the options that we've heard.
I don't think you should say that. I don't think you should put it in the universe.
Well,
I'm just putting this out there since it's inside Thunder. I want to get inside his mind.
No, I would trust Presti to get, whatever the best deal out there is that you can get. Now, I would prefer probably, speaking more as a fan than anything else, that if you're going to trade Westbrook, send him to the Eastern Conference.
Okay.
So that you don't have to face him. And certainly, please, Lord, don't send him to San Antonio.
Oh, man.
Don't send him to the Clippers. Don't send him to Golden State. Whoever that you're going to be playing in the Western Conference could make life even more difficult.
That's true. Yeah.
But the bottom line is, wherever the best deal is, that's where you got to go. And I'm not sure, that best deal is probably not going to be a very good deal.
Well, Travis, thank you for coming on. We appreciate
you
joining us today and giving us your insight. And if you haven't yet, please go to thesneakerreporter.com and check out some of his work. It's very entertaining. And Randy, hopefully when we join everyone next time for the next episode of the Renner Review, we'll have good news, and Russ will be here, and we'll be looking forward to the season. So be sure to check out this as well as more of our content from InsideThunder.com, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Oh my God!
I'll be there all day.
You just put it in the world.
You know what?
Because I thought senior was like
I like everything you do, Sam.
Okay, well, that's dangerous. Okay, sounds like you're the boss.